Hello, everybody, and welcome to Once More Unto the Dungeon World, Part 2. I'm Adam Koebel, I'm your Dungeon Master, and I also co-created this game, but I'm sorry in advance, it's better than it looks. I had people, I'll let them introduce themselves first, but I'm talking now. I had people come up to me today here at Gen Con in beautiful Indianapolis and say to me, wow, Dungeon World was really cool when I saw you do it on stream, or I saw you do it in the show, and they want to buy it, and I'm like, listen, we got to talk about how your experience is going to be different from ours. So we're going to play some Dungeon World. We only have 2 hours, so we're going to keep it quick. We're going to do it fast and loose. It's going to get weird. Starting with over here, I'm going to let you introduce yourselves so that everybody knows who you are, and then we can get started. We can ignore the actual people you are, and we can get focused on the fantasy people that you are.
Finally.
Yeah,
Literally.
but I'll let you be a real person for just one moment longer. Who are we looking at? What's going on?
I'm George Buckingham, so I'm here. I'm a designer at Sensible Object. So I designed, or was one of the designers on Beasts of Balance, which is stack animals on top of each other. They appear in a digital device. And When in Rome, which is a game where you travel around the world by talking to Amazon Alexa and make friends and answer questions.
That's pretty cool. Beasts of Burden is really neat. It's a pile of like mushroom animals, and then there's an app. It's very confusing, but it's awesome.
And they're all so cute.
They're really cute.
They're so
It's
cute.
probably the cutest game.
For sure. Yeah. Hi everybody. I'm Karlee Esmailli. I work for Cards Against Humanity, and I do the boring job, which I ship the boxes, and it's really fun.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm a comedy writer in Chicago, and I'm so happy to be here. I love this game.
I'm glad you're here too. Over on this side.
Hey, my name is Tim Barrell-Saywood, and you'll probably guess from my accent that I work with George on Beast of Balance and When in Rome over in London. Very excited to be here. Hello.
I really like that the people who have a queen outnumber the people who don't have a queen at this table.
Wow.
I'm
Suck
from
on that.
Canada. I'm contractually obligated to say that at least once a stream. I'm from Canada. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm Tom Dyke. I'm the director of events at Cards Against Humanity, and I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Dyketacular doing Dungeons & Dragons themed Nuzlocke runs of Pokemon.
Can I just say that when I went to twitch.tv/Dyketacular, it was not what I expected?
Yeah, I get that a lot. That's very much, it's always a surprise.
I'm glad for you that you were able to get your username approved.
It causes a lot of problems, does not get accepted by a lot of services, which overall is definitely the right call.
Yeah.
It is just slightly inconvenient for me when my last name is Dyke. But I think overall that's definitely better than the alternative.
Yeah, words are so confusing.
Yeah.
So we're going to play some Dungeon World today, and I have some notes from the last session, so if I say things that are confusing to you, I'm not saying them for you, I'm saying it for them. Don't worry, they'll laugh, and you can just nod along and be like, who is this guy and why am I here? So to begin our game, this is a fantasy adventure game. Its form and shape will be determined by the characters that you're playing and some questions I'll ask you. Feel free to get weird if you like. If you don't want to be weird, you'll probably be the only one. That's okay. The first thing that we need to do is everybody gets a class. Your class is the core defining thing about your character. It's what your job is in the exciting land of adventure. I will describe them to you, and then you can talk amongst yourselves who wants to play what. There can only be one of each one. So if you both want to be a bard, you can both leave. No. But we could just talk about it. All right. Well, we'll start there with the much maligned bard. If you want to play a person that solves problems with music and charisma and shouting, you can be the bard. You could be a cleric. The cleric is like a kind of priest, but it's like an obscure word for priest that not many people know, because Gary Gygax likes weird words. So you could be a cleric if you want to worship a god, maybe an enormous slug. I don't know. That'll be your call. You can be a druid if you would like to be a shape-changing nature magician type person. If you like animals or wanted to be one, you could do that. If you want to fight things, you could be a fighter. That's
That tracks.
Name,
yeah. If you want to not fight things, don't pick that class.
I'm actually going to play a pacifist fighter.
Yeah, epic strats. That's good. Good. If you want to be a fighter, but with like a stick up your ass, you could be a paladin.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. If you want to be a fighter that has a pet animal, you could be a ranger. If you want to steal things and be a nuisance, you could be a thief, or you could be a wizard if you like smoking weed, I guess. So who wants to be what? Let's do classes.
What are you feeling?
I'll take Cleric. I'll save y'all's asses.
You want to be a cleric? Okay. All right. I will give you. Just look at the. You only need the front of the sheet. There's more information on the back, but that's not for you.
Okay.
I think I'm
look
feeling
at it anyway.
a thief.
Be a thief? Did you just turn the character sheet
Coming out of
over?
your me.
Well, I wanted to see. You gave me forbidden knowledge. Of course I'm going to look at it.
I don't.
And so, see, now I see that the bard is on the backside,
Yeah.
so I'm going to be a cleric inspired by a bard, being the high priest of rhythmic
Listen,
noise.
if you want to get all skeuomorphic about it and just play the character sheet and be like, cool, the back is me, I'm a multi-class, go for it.
Cool, great.
I literally don't care. You can be a cleric.
Great, I'm just going to sit
right.
and read all
So
of this.
I guess this makes you a Thranger. That's for you.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Oh, this is even better than I expected.
I think I'm going to be a wizard.
You gonna be a wizard? Okay, cool.
Yay, I can be the bard.
That's for you.
But I'm a rich, cool bard.
I'm a bard, but we're not one of those dorky bards. You sound like a high school guidance counselor.
Yes.
I want you to think of me as the cool bard. Not like those dorky bards you see on
For like a
TV.
youth group, yeah.
Oh boy. I think there was some talk of you being a bus driver, so whatever.
Yeah.
That's great. Good. Okay, cool. So you have your character class. Look briefly over the character sheet, but don't really look too hard. The thing that you need to choose next is your character's like species and culture, it's your race. So you're probably a human, or a dwarf, or a halfling, or an elf. You can see that on the right column of your character sheet. Select one of those, and then take a look at what it does, or disregard it.
So I know this is supposed to be a starting move, but it's technically in the race column. Can I be a turn undead?
You could be a turned undead.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yep,
If you'd like to circle that and say that's your race, okay, I'm going to make a note that you're going to be difficult to work with.
Jesus Christ.
I will select elf
Never
because
play.
I'm a team player.
Wow,
Never play with anybody.
Elf.
Okay. All right, so you're a cleric. You are a turned undead.
Definitely like N straight up T.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally. You got
turn.
you got stunner shades in your inventory. That's good. Time to get dumb. All right. Okay. So we got a cleric. We got a thief. Thief. We got. Don't worry about like telling us all this information as we go. We'll do a little introductory session where you can tell us about your character and justify your terrible choices. Okay. And we got bard. And we got wizard. So normally the cleric and the wizard have like spell lists for you to choose from, but fuck all that. So if you want to cast a spell, I'm just gonna be like, what does magic do? And then you can roll and we'll find out. Okay, all right, cool. So you've got your character's species. You're gonna choose your name and your look. Now your name is a word that is so when people say it, you know they're talking to you. That's what name means. And then your look.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
I had that wrong.
Yeah, that's what that is. I know,
Yeah.
right? Very confusing. Legal forms are complicated if you don't know what to fill in there. Yes, please. All right, so you'll come up with a name for your character. I have provided you with a list if you can't think of one. And then your look, you're going to select either by underlining or circling or writing in an option for one of each of the things. Everybody's got like something that will, 4 different qualifiers that'll say. They're up in the top left corner, right there. Yeah, there you go. So you can choose those things. And then we have one more thing to do before we do the fun bit.
Fancy.
That's a word on the sheet. She's not just saying that for no reason.
Great.
The design is nice, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't say they're fancy sheets. You have to pay extra for those. It's DLC. We don't have,
So Adam, did you print these sheets? Or did somebody else do it?
someone else printed them.
Whoever printed them really needs to get a better printer, and I need to bring my glasses because I can't read almost any of this.
All right, so we're 2 for 2 on whining about the character sheets being too small.
Yeah. I'm just like, I gotta go full heal this time. It's gonna be fine.
So if you come to the event tomorrow and someone complains about the character sheet, I'm not gonna say anything, but you cheer, okay? You just get really excited, and they will wonder what the hell is going on, and we'll have a little joke. We'll have a little joke on them. The best part about these games is these moments where we all get to watch you do homework. It's good content.
I feel at home.
Listen, if Jeff Kaplan is allowed to do it, so am I. Kind of nice, actually. This is the quietest it's been all day for me.
Yeah, this is the quietest place in all of Gen Con right now.
Yeah, actually, this is the rest of the stream. Just
Nap time for everyone.
if anybody has any homework they need to do, or you got to catch up on your email, that's okay.
Honestly, it's just nice to be sitting down.
Yeah, right? That's fine.
And in a chair. That's amazing.
Welcome to Relaxation World.
Yeah.
This is an ASMR stream now. I'm just gonna make some notes in my notebook. So creepy. Sorry, ASMR streamers. I love you. Stop whispering at me. All right, does everybody have that? You have names, you have looks, you got stuff? All right, so the last thing you're gonna do is choose your character's alignment. It is on the right-hand side of the character sheet. It is a general moral compass and reward structure for your character. So when you do the thing under alignment during the game, you'll get XP for it. Not that that matters. Your character's only going to live for 2 hours and then vanish into the ether. But, you know, it helps for internalizing. So pick one of those, and then we'll go across and we'll get to know these characters. And I will let you know, while we are doing that, while everybody else is introducing your characters, you have one last job to do. Find the section on your character sheet that says bonds. Find that section, okay? So bonds has a bunch of blanks. They're statements. Fill in the blanks with the names of other characters as interests you as they're introducing themselves. So at the end, you'll want all your bonds filled. You can have multiple bonds with the same person if you want, and they just show, you know, what you think about those people and how you feel. And those things will come up as we play.
Okay.
Is everybody ready to introduce their characters? Yeah?
Yeah.
We're good? Okay. Why don't we start with the wizard down the end?
Sure. So I'm Haversack.
Haversack?
Haversack, the elf wizard.
Okay. All right. Haversack. This is our first. I don't know anything about elves. Okay. So, Haversack. Why is that your name? Does it work? Does it mean the same thing in this world? Is it Elvish for something?
No. So it's their human name. So they're like, oh, I should probably pick like a human name because the Elvish name is really hard for
Were
people
you at
to
the
pronounce.
DMV and you're like, shit, name,
Elvish Welsh.
name, comma, human, and you just looked around and you're like, my name is
Haversack.
Bag.
Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah.
We have this sack.
Bag, Haversack, human name. Okay, is your elven name like secret or unpronounceable? Or?
Just unpronounceable.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool. And so is all Elvish unpronounceable by human mouth parts?
Yeah. Let's say that.
How is that? What is weird about elven business that makes it that we can't speak your language?
There's like a system of tones that are very difficult for humans to even pick up on.
Right, your speech organ.
yeah.
Okay, cool. That's weird. I like it. All right, so Elvish cannot be spoken by humans. Okay, what does Haversack look like?
So thin body, sharp eyes. I'm not entirely sure what that means.
You can tell me. It's a word. It means many things. You could literally have like sharp, like you cut things.
Like daggers.
Yeah, like literally your eyes are diamonds. You could cut glass with them.
Oh yeah, no, let's go with that. Yeah, eyes are literally made of diamonds.
Actually daggers.
Okay, literally.
No, made of diamonds.
Diamonds.
That's not a good thing to have. But
Like at least light travels through it. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
oh, sure.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
100%.
Yeah, you're like a weird magical insectoid.
Yeah.
Okay, diamonds for eyes. Thanks, Lucy. Okay, cool. I like that.
And like nice styled hair.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
look after myself.
I like that you're basically normal looking, except that your eyes are made out of diamonds. But check out this beautiful Farrah Fawcett thing I got going on. Okay, all right. So hold on. So styled hair. So do you have like your own? Do you have a stylist that like hangs out with you on the road, or do you just know? Like, do you go to the salon in various towns as you visit?
I think just keep it well groomed.
Oh, it's just like your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not even trying. And he looks like
Okay.
Can you see?
Yes.
You can see
Yeah.
through your diamond eyes.
Yes, exactly.
Do you see like Bug does, like a million different little pictures, or does it work?
Like a kaleidoscope.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
You're
Good.
just tripping 24/7.
It's normal for me. It's like it's just normal for being an elf.
Okay. All right. So kaleidoscope. Okay. Good. Do we have any other Beatles?
We
lyrics
got-
we wanna
yeah,
make
we just
into
got-
the character?
entirely from the Beatles' back catalogue.
I was about to say, yeah, so you're from Strawberry Fields. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're also a walrus, or maybe an Eggman. I don't.
Or a submarine.
Yeah, let's just blow through these as fast as we can and then never speak of it again. Good. Okay, cool. Good. All right. So let's talk about being a wizard. Is that a natural talent? Are all elves also? You're an elf too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all elves couldn't possibly be wizards unless bard is another word for wizard. I mean, it was a name in the last game. Okay, all right. So where did you learn to wizard?
I learned to wizard at Wizarding University.
Okay. Is this like a Sprott Shaw kind of deal, or?
Like a what?
Well, did you go to a school, or is this like a mail-away college?
No. Went to a school. It's an elves-only school for wizarding.
Wow. Okay.
WU.
Yeah. I went to a really prestigious wizarding university. You can't even pronounce the name of it because of your
Exactly.
inferior body. Okay. Cool. So are you? How do you feel about that? The wizarding. Oh, I see how it's gonna be. Good. Is anyone over here an elf?
I'm not looking forward to this.
No. Good. Okay. Cool. Round one. Fight. I've written down snob on my character record here. Okay, but how do you feel about that? Do you think that it's time for Wizard University for elves to allow humans or other species?
Yeah, I mean, they just have to learn to speak the language.
Come back away from this.
I'm gonna double it.
Someone about.
This is not going to go well for you.
So would you say that you were fairly representative of the attitudes of your species, or are you
I've got no idea where
exceptionally
this is coming from, by the way.
I've never seen them like this before.
I mean, I don't want to speak for the other representative of elfkind here.
I am excited to share what I name my character. Let's go with a soft yes right now.
Okay.
All right, so elves are generally kind of. All right, so let's get some basic elf questions out of the way. Can elves see in the dark with their diamond eyes?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, see in the dark.
That makes sense.
So the pro strat for Dungeon World is that every time I ask a question that's like, this would be advantageous to me, just say yes. In the last game, someone just decided they were a giant. That's cool. It's fun to be 10 feet tall.
There you go.
Okay, so you can see in the dark. Do they live forever?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, what about the eternal sadness? Are you grief-stricken, or are things chill for elves?
I think I don't like the eternal sadness. That seems bad.
Okay. Yeah. All right, good.
I think we have to
I'll check no on that.
Yeah.
we have to engage in some sort of deliciousness of the body, some pleasure of the body to distract ourselves. That's why I'm a beautiful bard. Do the
So
music.
elves are hedonistic.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Good. Fantastic.
But only with other elves, though, right? We've
Of course.
established.
Well, unless you're like a
Taboo.
special kind of elf that likes the weird species that are below them. Keep warm.
Elves are very adventurous.
Yeah, they'll have sex with anything, even humans. Okay, all right, good, fantastic. Let's move on to our other trash individual. So what is your name, Bard?
I swear I did not plan this. I named my character Princess Wealthy.
I love the
Karlee is in
distinction.
real life too.
What is your name? Burlap Sack. Oh, hello, Burlap Sack. I'm Princess Wealthy.
That's like Kim Kardashian's dog or something, right? I'm pretty sure that's a Chihuahua name.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's the name that a person who is responsible for naming professional wrestlers names
Yes.
someone. My name is
We got
foreign
2 hours, guys.
stereotype.
It's not time
Okay.
for subtlety.
All right, Princess Wealthy. What do you look like?
Great. So I.
Oh, is that an answer? Should I
Yeah.
write
In general,
Okay.
In general, maybe.
Great. Okay, good. Princess
for-
Wealthy looks great.
Body, I put well-fed.
Okay.
For eyes, I picked fiery. For hair,
So-
this is my fantasy, anime. It's the full, long, to the ground, totally pink. It's the #1.
So you wrote anime for your hair.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna
Diamond eyes.
envision that she has
Yeah.
tentacles growing out of her head.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Sailor Moon.
any of that.
Okay, good.
I feel like the diamond eyes are your special, beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
but you have fiery eyes.
Exactly. Oh.
Are we going to be literal, or are your eyes actual fire?
That fits with the anime.
What flavor eyes do you
I
want?
have
Yeah.
literal
Yeah,
fire
I'm feeling
eyes.
really bad about mine
But
now.
they're still very warm and inviting.
If you like being burnt horribly.
Yes.
Oh, no. It's like, little fireplaces in each eye, like a nice hearth, just like sweet logs.
I would say like the whole thing, like tiny logs.
Yeah,
and, like,
all of them.
for Christmas, you hang stockings on your
Ornaments on their
eyebrows.
eyes. I mean, I don't want to tell
Tiny
you
Father
characters'
Christmas
eyes are.
coming out your actual eye.
Jesus
Gotta
Christ,
stoke
that is terrifying. What happens? So if your eyes go out, do you die? Or?
Fully yes.
Yeah.
That's the only way to kill an elf.
That is horrific.
Interesting.
I like it.
Write that down.
Cool. To kill
Yeah.
bad elves.
We'll see what you
Right,
can
someone's
do.
gonna be an elven eye hunter. Okay. All right, actual fire for eyes. Will die if extinguished.
Perfect.
Good. Okay.
God, I hope it doesn't rain. And then I
Yeah.
just picked fiery for clothes.
Finery? Okay. All right.
Finery.
Good. Okay, cool. All right. So you're a bard. So what is your art of choice? Are you like a singer? Do you play the guitar?
What's the biggest instrument?
Like
The
a
largest.
church organ?
A church organ.
Do you just carry one around with you?
All right.
Oh, you've got a team, right?
I've got a team. I like to imagine I have many, many people in my employ, and they will move it as I move.
Yeah, roadies.
Yeah.
You know church organs are like hundreds of pounds. Like they're
And you also
enormous.
kind of need a
Hundreds
church.
is definitely too
a
low.
church organ.
I was lowballing on
Yeah,
it.
like,
Okay, plays the church organ exclusively? Like you won't play anything smaller than
What's the smallest thing? I'll go with a harmonica just to keep it very classy. I'll go
Wait,
with
so
harmonica.
both
classic
or neither or like a
Or
I
anything
like
goes
to
the right
say
so well.
that I love to play the church organ, but I was required at Wizarding University to learn a second instrument. So I begrudgingly play the harmonica.
Okay, now you can't cast spells. Did you drop out of Wizarding University?
They
Or?
have a small, prestigious music wing.
So Wizard University is kind of a misnomer. It's Wizard and other universities. Good. So when you get a business degree from Wizard University, people are like, listen, it's just a name. I'm actually a business sorcerer.
They have a great architecture.
Let's be real, MBAs are warlocks, so okay. All right, so you got your degree from Wizard University. Excellent. Okay, cool. And you play either the harmonica or the church organ, whichever happens to be conveniently available.
Whichever.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
of the two.
All right, and so bards know things about the world. What is your field of knowledge? What is the study? What do you know about the world most?
I think I'm really interested in like royalty and like prestigious class and family, like a modern Kardashian, as you said.
Okay.
Or like a fantasy Kardashian. I guess.
Good. Okay, cool. So really into class structure. So the enemy of today's game is going to be Karl Marx. Only he's a robot.
Perfect.
Good. Okay. Fantastic. Good stuff. All right. Really into class structure. Hierarchical. Got it. All right. Cool. That'll be fun. We got some weird elves. All right. I'm going to nervously look over at this side of the table. So we have a thief. Tell us about yourself.
Hey. So it's a good start, right?
Good. Yes.
So my name is Cobbler Darkfist.
Oh. Oh, really? Someone's done their homework. Okay.
Yeah. That's my name.
Fantastic. I like
That's
it.
my name.
Okay, cobbler. All right, good. So, do you make shoes?
Well,
Or I guess, like, are you a delicious rustic dessert?
well, some may call me that. It has been said. So I
Everyone
mean,
else can go home. We're talking now.
stop it, you.
No.
So it was a name I was given, but the answer is no. I'm not very good at it.
Okay. All right. Not good at either cobbling? Neither of those? Okay.
I mean, I make a good cheesecake. I guess that's as close as it goes.
Cheesecake Darkfist is not quite as good at
It's not quite snappy.
Yeah. It's not quite as okay. Not a cobbler.
No.
How has your family responded to your choice? Do they know that you're actually like a secret thief?
I don't see them anymore.
Okay.
You know, it's a long and sad story, which will take 2 hours starting now.
Yeah.
Settle in.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't know. I mean, it's kind of a mystery. I mean, all I have is this sigil around my neck. So a slug.
Excellent. All right, slug pendant. Cool. I'm gonna put the teacher's pet in this chair every time. Okay. All right. And do you know the meaning of the slug pendant, or is it a mystery to
Nothing
you?
at all. It's really heavy. It's annoying as hell, but I have to wear it.
Okay. Good. Good. All right. Annoying, and I have to make sure I note that that's the pendant, not you. That remains to be seen. Okay. Cool. So you're a thief by necessity then?
I mean, like, yeah, you gotta make paper, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I've never said that before in my life.
It's a weird,
I don't know where that came from.
Some people, when they play role-playing games, they turn into a Shakespearean character.
Yeah.
You have become
I have to go the other
50
way.
Cent, I guess. Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll keep an eye on whether or not it's getting hot in here. Okay. All right. So paper currency is a thing now. Unless you really like stealing books, I guess could also.
I mean, anything paper.
Just like the concept.
I mean,
I'll be leaving my sheet over here
you give me
now.
that.
Okay. All right. You steal things made out of paper. Is paper valuable then for some reason?
It's a habit. I have to do it.
We don't call that a habit. That's like a mental problem.
Don't you judge me.
It's a compulsion.
I didn't come here to be judged. All right.
You are in the
accept me.
wrong place, my
Accept
friend.
me.
All right, so you steal paper compulsively.
Yeah.
Have you ever stolen anything from Wizard University?
Well, like they're quite exclusive, it turns out, right? They don't kind of like people who aren't exactly
you don't
like them.
you don't have to enroll to steal things from them.
I can't even get within 10 feet of that place, I think. You know.
Magically or legally?
Both. I mean, they just have good walls.
Okay, all right. So
Legal ghouls.
you gotta stay.
They're also kind of dicks, so I don't really want to go there.
Hence but you're not stealing from them for a reason. You do that because you can't help yourself.
Right, yeah.
Got it. Okay. Do you steal anything else?
No.
No.
It's just paper, and
just
the thing is,
paper.
like, there's paper everywhere, so I'm just picking up paper.
Right. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, well, that's good.
Hey, you're
So,
very successful.
Yeah.
I have a lot of paper.
Your house is
Do you want some
It's a real fire
I would say
hazard.
your house is an extreme fire hazard. Yeah.
Oh no.
You need any for your eyes?
Yeah.
We're all good
Oh,
here.
good.
Can never come over.
Yeah. Okay. So the game will begin with you going to visit your friend, the thief, in his house, and then everyone dies.
There's an emergency.
Yeah. Listen, I got shit to do. If we could just wrap this up, I don't have to be here the whole 2 hours. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. What is the most valuable thing you ever stole?
What you mean? As in paper?
I mean, maybe more
Like, there was a really
specifically-
big bit of paper that I stole once.
See, okay. You're stealing it based on size.
Well, like, I mean, this bit of paper is the same as that bit of paper in terms of cost. I mean,
How do you
I'm really excited to get to the bottom of the logic of this. Okay, so the value for you is in the size of the individual piece of paper, not in what is written on the paper, because you're not an ink thief. God forbid.
yeah,
That's coincidental.
I can't read either, so
Okay.
Oh.
Good. Okay. So illiterate paper thief.
don't pity me. It's by choice. Okay.
Can't read by choice. So when you were a
want to
child, when you were a child, and
like-
your parents were like, "Here you go, little cobbler. You should read
I don't
this."
have parents.
Like ever.
You don't remember? Well, like once upon a time,
I mean, I imagine
a
that
thing happened.
you were born.
Don't ask me what.
Okay, all right.
I'm running dry here.
Okay, good. So I'll just put in tragic backstory,
Yeah.
and I'll let you think for a while about that.
Please.
Okay. All right. So tempted by enormous sheets of paper.
Are we gonna be okay with that thing behind us, or?
Yeah, like
I'm getting kind of excited seeing it. So we'll see.
okay, enormous paper. Sometimes you write things down, and then later you look at them, and they have no context, and you wonder what you've done with your life. Okay, I think that's enough.
Cool.
I'm satisfied.
Pleased to meet you.
Carrying out the final section of our characters, our cleric. Talk to me about your character.
So I know you were nervous when we started, but I feel like I may or may not be the most mellow of all of these characters now.
Yeah, based on the conversation we had before, I'm curious to see if you're going with your original concept.
Yeah, so I think I'm a cleric, but cleric is not my day job.
Right, okay,
So
so
I
you're a
moonlight as a
part-time.
cleric.
Okay.
It's kind of like I live two different lives. I'm a bus driver by trade. It's just something that has been in my family for a while. We actually own the only bus
Okay.
Like the bus. So when you hear about a bus,
so you're not a bus driver.
I am
You're
the bus
the bus driver.
Yeah.
Okay. I will change that. All right. The bus driver.
the bus driver.
Is that your name? Do you have a separate name?
I mean, a lot of people know me as the bus driver.
Hey, it's the bus driver.
But my true name, people who follow my religion actually take a name based off the name of our God. So my name is Anderu UUK.
Okay. All right. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
How
I
many
just got that.
apostrophes are in there?
None. It's just like a WK.
Okay. I see. Yep. Got it. Okay. Good. Good. Fantastic. I guess the next question is, how do you feel about partying?
It's actually my alignment.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Fantastic.
All
Okay.
right.
Party. Fantastic. Listen, an adventuring party is still a party.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really actually why I joined. It was not what I expected,
Oh, good.
but yeah,
You
I
misunderstood.
was really looking for something different. But you know, we make do with what we get.
Okay. All right. Good. Good. So tell me about your religion. Are you part of like a larger religious organization? Are there lots of clerics of your god?
Yeah, I think none. I mean, like there's a very active forum where we chat with each other, but we've never really met each
Right.
other.
You have a magical Facebook group.
It's yeah, we actually met on Wizard Facebook or Fantasy Facebook.
Okay. Fantasy Facebook is a different thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Try again.
Oh
Try
no.
You know, it's where you make a team out of your friends and then you decide who's gonna win and you bet on it.
Is that an actual
Oh,
thing?
oh. See, you picked the wrong group of people. No sports here.
I mean, me neither. I was just hoping somebody would pick that up.
I'm sorry. It's just lying dead on the floor.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so you
Yeah.
have an internet support group for your religion. Tell me about your god. What is your god's name?
His name's Andrew WK.
Good. Fantastic.
yeah,
And is this like literally actually Andrew?
Yeah,
WK?
it's literally the Andrew WK that exists in our universe.
Yes, perfect. Okay.
I like to think that somehow just fantasy internet.
You don't have to
music
justify
projected
it.
him in the sky.
They diamonds for eyes.
Cool. Oh,
So-
fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Andrew
Great.
WK can be your god.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's all right. Okay, good. So he's like a transdimensional entity whose teachings have entered
Yeah,
into
his
your
teachings
world.
of partying and also really his motivational speeches were actually what really got me into
Okay.
the religion.
Good.
So he came around to Wizard University, which I was standing outside of but not able to attend. And I saw what he said to the elves, and I thought, wow, well maybe that would be good for me too.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I like that. So you're a bus driver, part-time cleric.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the fact that you're undead.
Yeah.
How were you born dead, or did you?
Born Dead has to be a metal album, right?
Yeah.
Like for sure.
I think so. It's Swedish though, so it's Bjorn Dead.
Oh yes, yes.
It's about a bear.
That's good.
Yeah, you know, I like to think that I, as someone of the living, just kind of lived a typical life, you know. Never really understood the concept
Were
of
you
partying.
human before?
Yeah, you know,
Were
just
you
a
a-
human bus driver.
Were you a big human or a small human?
The
So you-
biggest
Okay,
human.
right. So
Yeah.
you were.
Say
you were-
giant. Say giant.
No. Just the biggest human.
So you're a big small human.
Big, small human.
Okay. All right. Good. Perfect. Okay. Tell me about the circumstances of your death and return.
Yeah, so I was actually, so here's the thing. When you have the only bus in the universe, there's people that are gonna try to take it from you.
Oh, so the bus is a value.
Yeah, the
commodity,
bus
not
is
like a
certainly, I
weird
mean,
joke.
I don't want to say that it's more valuable than paper, but it might be more valuable than paper.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sure. And so you were killed by someone trying to take? the
Yeah,
bus?
you know, I don't like to think about my dead life or my living life.
Okay.
I try to focus on the
past
dead.
it?
I try to
Okay.
focus on how turnt I am now.
Right.
As an undead. I think it was actually, you know, let's retcon this a bit and say Andrew WK's speeches maybe woke me up inside.
Wow.
You're feeling evanescent.
Yeah,
I see.
truly.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So I was just turned by the partying spirit of Andrew. And now I'm just kind of, you know, an undead bus driver trying to take as many people to as many parties as they need.
Oh, it's a party bus.
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I do go to school when we need to because, like, school can be a party if you make it a party.
Okay. That sounds.
The truth is that, like, here's the thing. Anything can be a party if you try hard enough.
So you're a tryhard. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll write that down. Tryhard. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So how are you? Was it the power of Andrew WK that brought you back to life from your death?
I mean, I don't know how magic works. I should because I'm a cleric, but I don't.
You pray, and then the god of parties.
Yeah, I
delivers
just
you
say
miracles.
like, man, it'd be dope to have a party right now, and then party appear.
Excellent. Okay. Good. Do you remember? Do you know? Was your murderer caught? Are they still on the lam,
Yeah, so I think
so to speak? I guess if that's a phrase you use.
yeah, so I think they're actually on the rails. Their big railroad is really trying to hurt the bus.
Okay, there's trains now.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, come on, like what? How else are you supposed to get to wizard school?
So you were murdered by some kind of hobo.
Well, no, I always thought of it more as like a railroad hobo tycoon.
Oh, I think I played that game. Railroad hobo tycoon. Okay, all right. So killer, some kind of like the Monopoly Man, but with a little bindle.
Oh, so the Monopoly Man, just dirtier.
Monopoly Man, pretty dirty. Okay.
Noise.
In every sense, yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So rich Monopoly, probably an elf.
Yeah, 100% an elf.
Monopoly Man, but hobo? Question mark? Rockefeller? All right, good. Good stuff. Okay. All right, so a super rich railroad tycoon who is also a wandering hobo murdered you because you have the only bus in the universe, and then the power of Andrew WK brought you back to life.
Yeah, I don't see what's so hard to follow.
No, I'm making sure. All right.
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool. Good. We're not writing Ulysses here. All right, so I think that's probably sufficient to move on to the next stage. So everybody make sure that in your bonds on your character sheet, you have, if you have not already, fill out the names of the other characters, and then we'll go around. And yeah, if you need a review, Haversack, Princess Wealthy, Cobbler Darkfist, Anderu. Anderu. Ook. Okay, I'm going to write that phonetically. And okay, good, great.
Just like kangaroo.
An Anderu, yeah. Okay, ook, like the sound an ape makes. Got it. Fantastic. Okay. Is that your full name? Like it's all one word, or can I call you Mr. Ook? Or?
You know, I think really getting bogged down in letters is not
not
partying. Unless you're trying harder.
You know, the
Unless you're trying
illiterate character agrees.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, letters are not partying. Okay. Okay, cool. Haversack, do you have your bonds ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through them.
Okay. Anderu will play an important role in the events to come. I have foreseen it.
So you've seen a prophecy in your diamond eyes of the future in which Anderuk is somehow significant?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that normal, like having prophecies about stuff? Or like...
It's like a second level course. Did pretty well at it.
Prophetics?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. It sounds like a Scientology thing. Okay, cool. All right, so you saw this vision. Have you shared it with the undead bus driver?
I don't see what good it would do to do that.
Okay, all right. So you're keeping it keeping it close. Has your vision been any more specific than that? Do you know any details about the way in which this person is going to be significant?
I see a lot of fire. I see a enveloping fire.
Okay, good. Enveloping
Hell of a
fire.
party.
Okay, great, perfect. All right, continue, please.
And a Cobbler Darkfist is keeping an important secret from me.
From you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's a secret, so you don't know what it is. But
Yeah.
do you know what the secret is? What secret are you keeping?
I guess I need to think about what it is. What secret am I keeping from Laser Eyes guy? No. Diamond Eyes.
Diamond Eyes. Diamond Eyes Haversack.
The secret.
Just a big sack of diamonds.
We're related.
Wow. Wow. Oh, if they find out you're not totally an elf, or maybe you're part of an elf. I don't know. It's messy.
Let's
both
figure it
ways.
out.
All right. Good. All right. Secretly related. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Good. It'll be awkward when you make out. Okay. So, yeah. Did I not tell you that's a thing in this game? You have to. Okay.
Every
What are
combination.
the rest of your bonds?
Okay, and final bond is Anderu
Okay.
is woefully misinformed about the world. I will teach them all that I can. Turns
Okay.
out that life is not a party.
Good luck. Good luck.
Your deepest held belief is a lie.
What brought me back to life?
Yeah, maybe you should have stayed in the grave because partying is not all that. Okay, good. I like it. I like it. Okay, perfect. Good. Are those all of your bonds?
That I-
Excellent. Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Princess Wealthy.
Great. Okay. So I have some bonds with Haversack.
Okay.
This is not my first adventure with Haversack, and I am writing a ballad about the adventures of Haversack. I think I'm a great admirer, and I'm looking for some inspiration, I would say.
Okay, cool. So have you been on a bunch of adventures together, or?
I like to think I'm building like a Beowulf level ballad for this one. Yeah,
Nice.
like I need a lot of stuff here, but I think we've known each other for a few years at least on adventures.
And when you say adventures, is this like trips to the Hamptons, or like?
Completely.
Okay, right. Like shopping adventures.
I don't think I've ever gotten dirty even a little
Art
bit.
gallery
Yeah. I would have bailed immediately.
Spring break adventures.
Exactly.
Okay.
All of that. Yachting occasionally.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Elves
absolutely.
love yachts. Totally. The musical stylings of Hall & Oates. Just all very good. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I hate elves. I don't.
It's so fun.
I don't. Okay. Good.
Great.
Okay. Good.
I have some bonds as well with Ander Ook, but I have decided to call you bus driver because that's how I feel about you.
Totally acceptable.
I sang stories of bus driver long before I ever met them in person because bus driver is often the butt of my jokes.
I was about to say these are not flattering songs, I think. I know one, a song about a bus driver and possibly the wheels on the vehicle which this bus driver operates and the motion that they make. I know that song.
Is that one of
That
yours?
is mine.
That
That's a
doubles
Princess
bus
Wealthy.
ridership across the territory. So laugh all you want. Going-
People used to ask all the time, what do the wheels on the bus do?
And now they
now
know.
Yes. Good.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Yes. I think that I find your profession hilarious. I think I do.
That does sound like a thing an elf would say. I find your profession hilarious. That's a good burn. Next time someone's
Exactly.
mean to me on Twitter, I'm going to say
I
that.
just feel really bad for the one person in elf cosplay in the front row here who's just getting shit on the whole time.
I feel bad for them. Absolutely. And then for Cobbler, this has actually worked out perfectly. So Cobbler trusted me with a secret, and Cobbler does not trust me for a good reason. And I think it's because I know about the relationship, and I've already put it into the poem. And someday people are going to find out one way or another. Exactly. It's about profit at this point. People
Wow.
are interested.
Wow. You're like Regina George.
That's so sweet.
Good. Yes. Yes, take it that way. That's good. Okay, cool. So you know their secret, and you know the secret, but you don't know the secret yet. And you two think that you're best friends, but you know a secret and you're going to tell everybody. Good. Good. Okay. Cool. And someone's an undead bus driver. I keep thinking of your character as Lil Jon. I can't help it. All right. So your bonds.
My bonds.
Or paper thief.
So I stole something from Princess Wealthy.
Oh damn. The plot thickens. What is it?
Well, it was paper.
So he stole some paper from you, but was it important paper? Like,
Oh, it's got to be. I like to imagine it's like the first 10 pages of my Beowulf poem about Haversack.
so you must be in a bit of a tizzy about
I'm
that.
very stressed about it. Thank you. Yes.
But
Is that
so
how you learned about the brothers?
you can't read. God, man, it's just paper to him. It's all the same. He doesn't know.
Yeah. It's just paper and dirtier paper.
He doesn't even.
Sure.
I didn't even give him a character sheet. He's just writing on a blank piece of paper.
Mine.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So you stole something. So it's valuable because there's a lot of it, and you
I
need
mean,
it.
like, I do distinguish between different, like, it's not like,
Oh, so
if it
it's
looks
not,
nice,
okay.
then
I'm going to go for more. So if I see a lovely parchment with some
Right.
squiggly things on it.
It's like the scene from American Psycho where they're all comparing business cards.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that was based on my life story.
It's weird, but okay. Good. Okay. Tell me more of your bonds.
All right, so Andaru has my back when things go wrong.
Is that true? Or,
True. Yes.
Yes.
100%.
I kind of feel you have everyone's back, though.
Yeah. Everyone deserves to party.
Good. Okay. So when things
Even
go
else.
wrong, you can rely on your
Call the
bus
pocket
driving
bus.
corpse friend.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pick you up.
Thanks, man.
Good. That's a good metaphor. I like it. 'Cause literally, you're a bus driver, but also okay. Good. I just want to be clear.
Thanks for explaining.
Yeah, no problem. It's my job. Remember when I told you what a name was? All right. More bonds.
All
Continue.
right, so Haversack knows incriminating details about me.
It's true.
Wait, hold on. So are these incriminating details more than you're a human? Because that's not really like, I mean, everyone knows. We know that.
Yeah, he's also a thief.
Oh, okay. So hang on. This is getting fucking complicated as shit up here. All right. So you know that you stole some stuff, but you don't know what that stuff is, but it's also a secret.
Yeah.
Then you know, okay. But so you haven't seen the thing that you
Yeah,
stole.
I prophetically saw that the paper being stolen.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good. So you know that you have some important paper, but you don't know why it's important.
Yeah.
And you don't know where your paper is, but he's got it. And then you know that you're related to this one. Cool.
All good?
Yeah.
Easy.
Good. So
Doing
like some
great.
goblins attack or whatever. You gotta save the princess, but not this one, a different one. It's good. There's kobolds. Okay. Are we?
I got
good?
one more. You want
Yes.
another one?
No, I would love more, please. I wrote
Okay,
this
so-
game. I deserve this.
Princess Wealthy and I have a con running.
Okay.
Another layer. It's Inception here.
Okay. So
Absolutely.
you have a con going.
We do.
What kind of a con is it?
A Gen Con.
I went 5 whole seconds without saying that, and you couldn't do it, and you need to leave. Because you did it, and I didn't, and I was trying really hard. Now we're all embarrassed.
So good.
For those of you at home, this chucklehead said Gen Con, because get it, that's where we're at. Yeah. Yeah.
I like to think that this is like a natural partnership because I don't want to get dirty and I don't want to work hard, but I have capital. And I feel like this is how a lot of businesses work.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not so much a con as it's just normal business, right?
I'm really enjoying the like weird communist undertones of this game. Like, we're involved in this complicated con. It's called capitalism.
This is officially satire now.
Yeah. Cool. Your first encounter will be some workers and their chains. They attack you with them.
But you need to get some paper out of this somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Good. All right. So you have a con, but it's really a business. And so what you invested in his business, and what is it that so you steal paper?
Yeah.
Okay, but you stole from your boss.
I mean,
Good work. Forget your boss,
over
man.
this.
Okay, cool, good. That's very complicated and weird, and I love it. All right, bus driver.
So,
You cannot have just written party in every one of your bonds.
there's
Do you need a minute? Okay, that's fine.
All right,
Just take
so-
a second.
Haversack has insulted my deity.
Oh, damn.
I do not trust them.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, entirely true.
Yeah.
Thank to rights.
Are you like a known outspoken opponent of Andrew WK?
Yeah, no, I don't see any reason to be quiet about it.
Yeah.
And it's especially insulting because his eyes would be so perfect for partying.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so is this like an ongoing? Because the core premise here is that you're all at least able to tolerate each other. I should have probably said that at the beginning.
I think it's one of those where it's just all I want you to do is try partying, and I just can't. I can't believe that you won't even try partying when you'd be so good at it.
Right. You're not having it.
Yeah, and I just want to shake you by the lapels and say, life's not a party. It's not a party. You got to be serious about this.
Excellent. Trying to
You got to
help.
think about the bus.
Trying to help this slowly decomposing loser turn his life around.
Yeah.
Good. It's a feel good story of the year. Okay. What else you got?
So, going off that, Princess Wealthy is a good and a faithful person. I trust them implicitly.
Oh, you poor sweet thing.
Really, when you've got that much money, obviously you're going to be great at partying. So.
That is true. That part, the end part was true, for sure.
Right, because not all elves are opposed to partying.
Totally.
Now, are you opposed to secular partying or only religious partying?
I think it's all dubious. I think
Right, any sort of partying, regardless of its origins, celestial or terrestrial, you're not about it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Kind of like an elf reformist, right? Away from the hedonism.
Yeah, I really like how this is
Yeah.
totally becoming like a weird fantasy teen movie. That's nice. That's good. We're just gonna roll with that.
Perfect.
You're the wacky bus driver.
Just bringing everybody in. The last two I have are, one is, I do believe that Cobbler Dark Fist,
That's correct, yeah.
is in constant danger.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to keep them safe.
Thanks, man.
I'm going to pick them up when they're down. I'm going to drive them somewhere else.
But the danger is constant, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so we're just going to keep driving and picking you up and then driving. Like, I do have to make stops now and then. There are other riders, too. Like,
It
this
is a
isn't
bus.
Lyft. This is a bus.
Yep, okay, good, good, okay.
And I originally did have this as someone else, but I think I am working on converting Haversack to my faith. I think that really already spoke for itself.
Right, so that's the response to your God being harassed and maligned, is that you're like, no, I will teach you the ways.
Yeah, no,
of the
you got to
party.
understand, man.
Okay.
Let's get a party going.
Never.
Quite. Someone breaks your nose immediately.
Oh no, I think like for sure, just always have blood gushing out of my nose and onto my white T-shirt.
Right, yeah.
Flagellation, right?
Sacred
Just
look.
constantly doing this.
Like that's actually part of our religion.
Yeah.
If our nose is not bloody and our T-shirt is clean, we have to fix it.
Right. May your
I
nose
did actually
be
hurt my
eternally
nose right then.
It's okay. You're gonna be all right.
I'm gonna be fine.
Good. All right. Cool. Well, so I mean, it sounds like the group of you are not likely to be out in the world on an adventure together necessarily. I suspect that this adventure likely takes place on and around the grounds of Wizard University. Probably there is to be some kind of event, a festive event. I don't know what the Elvish word for it is, but there is likely to be some kind of. So what's a like? Is it like an opening of the school year? I mean, they're elves, so maybe it's the school millennia. But like, what is this party to celebrate?
Graduation, right?
Is it a graduation?
It's our
party?
high school movie. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's roll with it. Okay, all right. So you're the class of the year 24, and elves are immortal, but the world has only been around for 24 years. So
We really got into education fast.
yeah, and 6 of those 24 years were one constant earthquake. So that's fine until the great slug god of reunification put the world aright. Okay, so it's the year 24. You're the class of 24. We're at Wizard University. Okay, I like it. And I think that it's likely a few days before the actual event. How directly involved are you in the planning and execution of this event? Are you like on the committee? Yeah.
I like to
Okay.
imagine that I am like the figurehead of like the student reps. So we're just like, the young group that gets to have like a say on what color like the parchment is, and that's it. But
Sure.
really, we don't have any real
Parchment
power.
is another word for paper.
Could be.
Vellum also.
Now you're showing off.
Hey, I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. Don't let me obfuscate my celerity over here.
Oh God, yeah. So I feel like I'm like attending to the pomp and the circumstance a little bit from the student perspective, but Haversack is much more, I feel like, about the actual like event itself.
Yeah, which is ironic.
Yes.
So are you doing this grudgingly? Are there credits involved? Like,
I
why?
just don't want to see financial mismanagement
Right.
from the party planning.
Cool. Good. Let's just talk about that for the rest of the game. So the bursar comes before you with the records. Yeah.
Double entry bookkeeping, that's what this is about.
Yeah, carbon copies, the whole thing. It's great. Cool. All right. So I think our first scene then is in one of the many beautiful offices of Wizard University. There are elves going about their day. We get the nice like opening establishing shot of the grounds. There's some elves playing hacky sack. That's what you tell it's a university in the 90s, I guess. And so we see that. There's probably some Third Eye Blind playing, and we get a long shot across showing the grounds. And it's a magic university, so there's probably some people levitating things or summoning stuff. And then we crossfade to the inside, and we can see that there are. Now, do you have like servitors in this school that do like the I don't imagine the janitor is an elf, because you're all assholes. So is it like a magical construct, or do you like force humans to do menial jobs at your university? How big is this divide between you and the rest of the species of the world?
Yeah, I think there's humans doing the menial jobs. There's kind of they're trapped there by having to work in order to continue to live.
Indentured human magical servitude. I like it. Okay.
But
Can't
I
even
feel like
escape through death.
to keep it legal, we have to like let the humans out if they solve like one riddle. But it can be totally like the rules are totally up to the elves.
Is the riddle in Elvish?
Yes. And they have to answer in Elvish as well. So it's a nice, I mean, it keeps us legal. It allows all this.
You're allowed to leave the university if you can survive lighting your eyeballs on fire. Oh, you've died. I'm sorry.
Aw, that's so sad.
Okay, all right. The musical cue does not change. We still get the like happy like jam while these humans in magical shackles like sufferingly put up a big banner that has Elvish runes for like congratulations class of 24. And there's elves, shouting at them like more on the left, more, and they're like, we pan by that and it's still great. Mm-hmm. And we see the various kind of like last minute studies. There's classes where people are learning magical things, and we come to the meeting in which the two of you are meeting with the groundskeeper. Is the groundskeeper like an elf, or is this like a druid you've enslaved? What?
No, I think that's enough. Like,
Yeah.
it's important to keep things in
He's
order.
got some love for the school,
Yeah.
for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is he paid as much as the other elves? Or no? Okay. Okay, so you're talking with the groundskeeper. You have a kind of magical map of the school out before you, and he's showing you the preparations for the party, showing you where the dance will be and where the various events are. And in the center of the map, there's a big kind of like an open area where a hedge maze has been grown as part of the celebration. It's been growing for all of recorded time, all 24 years. So it's like knee-high. Yeah. But listen, it's the forever maze. We started it as soon as the world was go, and so he has this concerned look on his face, and I think we cut in to him. Like he's a groundskeeper, so he's like leaning on a rake or something, and he says, "No, I don't think it's possible. The infestation is just too bad. We're gonna have to cancel the maze for the graduation."
That's inexcusable, please. We absolutely need the maze. It shows our intelligence after our 24 years of study.
I understand, Princess Wealthy, but it just can't be done. We have a terrible halfling infestation, and they're just, if we don't shut it down, they might escape the maze and they might steal everything, because that's what halflings do.
Have a sec, I can barely handle this. Please.
So you're both
He's so upset.
You're both having a really hard time with this. And he says, I would love to help you deal with this, but we don't have the resources. The rowing club had to buy new dragons this year. Dragon rowing is like a thing now. So I'm sorry. We have to cancel it. If we can't deal with these halflings in the next 24 hours, there'll be no maze. And then he leaves, delivering that imperative. So you have no budget, you have a halfling problem, and without cleaning them out, the maze will not be available.
Oh, I suppose I could write father, but I'm not sure how well that will go. Have a sec, we must be able to free up a little bit of the budget, please. Just a little, enough to get the halflings out of the maze. That's all we need.
So what do you propose cancelling? Do you propose cancelling the the formal reception or the informal reception?
I don't want to cancel anything.
Or the semi-formal reception? I don't know. We've got choices here.
You have to escalate the reception.
Oh, God. It's just that if we eliminate one of them, all of them look ridiculous. Is the issue. I suppose the semi-formal reception if I had to choose, but perhaps there's a way we can get an endowment quickly.
I mean, would you like to assess the budget?
Yeah,
You want to roll to assess the budget?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you don't have stats yet, but you're both going to get them. Who is the primary assessor of the budget?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So above your character stat block, there's a list of stats. Choose one and make it your intelligence, and then scratch it off. So this is how intelligent you are. Which one did you choose? Your wizard.
16.
16. Okay. All right. So you're going to roll 2 6-sided dice, and you're going to add a 2. And you're going to attempt to assess the budget.
5 plus 2, 7.
Okay, all right, good. So the way the mechanisms work, this is a great time for it because we're doing it. The way the game works, all the rolls you're going to make are 2d6 plus or minus something. And if you get a 6 or less, you have failed and something bad will happen. I don't ever roll dice, I just respond to what you do. If you get a 7 and 9, yes, you get what you want, but there's like a complication or a cost, something that will make it harder for you to get it, but it's basically a success. If you get a 10 or better, you do it, and then you like look good doing it, basically, and you get a little extra. So you got, what did you get, a 7?
7, yeah.
7? Okay, all right. So you take a look at the budget, and you don't know how you hadn't noticed it before, but the budget for replacement paper this year is just through the roof. You've had to buy the same reams like 1,000 times. And it doesn't even, like any kind of paper, and it just keeps, like the budget for it is gone. They've had to cut down several forests to make more paper for you. And as a result, yeah, there's no extermination budget. But you might have enough money to go out into town and find some chuckleheads to pay them with this pittance to help you with your halfling problem. But as it stands, you're not going to get, you get what good, fast, and cheap, and you get to pick 2. So upon realizing that, what do you and Princess Wealthy here?
So yeah, so I've looked through the budget, I've aligned the totals, and it looks like we can free up a little bit of money.
Wonderful. That's perfect. Let's do this. I think that we should find someone fast and cheap to get this done.
Speaking so fast and cheap over here.
Hey, what's up? Yo, I hear you got a problem with some halflings.
So that's the cut, right? When you're like, we need to find someone fast and cheap, and then we smash cut to these 2. Yeah. Free swing. So where are you goofs while they're planning this event?
Partying?
I got to imagine that like we're on the bus.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
And there is just too much paper.
The bus is full of paper?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I'm cool with paper, like, don't get me wrong, but I think we're actually in the middle of a conversation about how much paper you've put on my bus.
Yeah, I think so. You're jammed up to the front of the bus, and we see this conversation from the outside, right? So we see the cobbled streets, and we see the kind of beginning of Beauty and the Beast, like peasants coming and going, and then a bus drives up. Then the door opens, and like an old woman with a bushel of chickens and waffles come in, and she gets in, and she puts her little wooden bus token into the slot, and then disappears Homer Simpson style into the wall of paper, and vanishes.
Just find a spot. It is something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just a wall of paper. There's burrows and little
I don't even
antechambers.
remember how many
There's a
passengers are in
cinema
there.
at the back.
They can't even pull the wires. Every single
fine.
stop, I've got to go to every one. And
You're doing it anyway. That's literally your job.
well, so actually, to understand efficient bus routes, like you have to understand that we're not going to stop if no one's there. So by making me stop at everyone, you're making it very hard for me to keep an efficient bus system, which makes it very hard to party.
That's the least partying thing I've ever heard you say.
Wow, I'm just saying, public transportation's a pretty big party.
Wow. You should hang out with Haversack. The conversation will be sparkling.
Hey, you know what?
What do you
All
want
right,
me to do?
Pardon?
Well, you know I have a problem.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm helping you with it. We're gonna drop this off. There's this really cool hedge maze. There's So the thing about a hedge maze, on the outside, it's hedges.
Yeah.
The inside,
Hedges?
yeah, there's hedges on the inside, but there's also like space, and we can put paper in that space.
I like the sound of this.
Yeah, nobody will
Let's
be
do
the
it.
wiser.
Oh, it's a kind of why are we putting the paper in the maze? I collect the paper.
Well, I don't want the paper in my bus. I mean, do you
Okay.
have a place where you store paper? You have a lot of paper.
The bus.
Okay, so
I see the problem here.
So we had not established this before. Do you live in his bus?
I mean,
I'm seeing the overlap of like
he doesn't know.
Okay, right, because there's so much paper, you just dig into the back like
Yeah.
a hamster.
Very comfy.
Good, right.
very comfy.
Fantastic.
I like mop it out every once in a while.
Okay,
Put it
good.
back
So it's a
there.
bus/hamster pen.
Yeah, it's like here's the
It's
thing,
really
man.
disgusting.
Like, Cobbler,
Yeah.
I know you're in constant danger, and I need to pick you up.
What? So you literally say this every time I see you, and you never elaborate.
Well, that's
What does
I
that
don't
mean?
I mean, well, you know what danger is, right? It's like,
I mean, it's a word. It means that it could mean many things.
yeah. I mean, I got this overwhelming feeling like in the back of my head.
It makes me very nervous.
Yeah, but I mean, is there any reason you shouldn't be nervous?
There's a sudden
All the time.
There's a sudden thump as you strike something with your bus.
Shit.
Someone in
Someone in the back shouts a muffled noise into the pit.
Don't worry about it. This is your stop. Excuse me for a moment. I've got
What
a
have you done?
party.
I don't think
it takes a
think
second.
hitting people with a bus is a party.
So we don't know it was a person yet. We just know it was a thump.
I do because I literally made it up. But yes, would you like to go find out?
Yeah. So I'm gonna come out.
Okay,
Would
I'm
you like
staying here. I don't want to get.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Just go back in your paper. Can you deal with that old woman? I think this was her stop.
Sure.
So you two return into
Yeah. Like
the
osmosis.
yeah,
I was just
yeah.
sucking back.
the slicey womb of the paper. And so you want to get off the bus? You stop the bus.
So I stopped the bus. I put out the stop sign.
Okay.
So that no one's gonna be
A
passing.
horse stops behind you and whinnies annoyedly that it has to wait.
Yeah. Well, laws are laws.
Yeah.
Step outside, and I go check out the front of the bus,
Okay.
and I see.
So lying before you, the bus seems to have struck what appears to be a human child. Now they're not dead.
I don't want to play anymore.
But they're not dead. But they look like they've been drinking. Their
Child after my own heart.
Their face is all red, and you've knocked them on their butt, and this child, this toddler is reaching around looking for a bag that they have dropped. You see it lying on the street nearby. You see at a glance the hint of gold in the bag.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick up that bag, throw that over my shoulder, and grab a fantasy Budweiser out of my pocket.
Okay, good.
Open that up and then just give that to the
It's got a cool looking orc on it.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
It's like,
Yeah.
sure love to party.
Yeah,
Can
totally.
I want to come up to the window at this point and just knock and just do this.
Okay, good. Yeah. So we see you emerge from the paper and
Yeah.
tap on the. Okay.
I don't
Cobbler, I thought you
approve
were
of
cool,
this.
man.
That's not cool.
They've already been drinking.
literally run over a child and then you're robbing it.
If you cut this kid off now,
So the child takes the Budweiser and says, "Please help me, I'm dying."
all right. So, with that, I'm gonna get rid of the money because while money's important to partying, that's.
So when you pick the bag up, it's actually there's something like awkwardly shaped and kind of pointy in the bag. It's not like a bag of gold. There's just something golden and sort of spiky inside.
I gotta touch it.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we at least put the kid in the recovery
Yeah.
position?
So let's. Sorry, we'll figure that out in a second. So I'm just gonna kneel down, horns up. Oh, Andrew, our Father. Oh wait, sorry. Gotta make sure my blood's working.
All right. So you kneel down before the child, and as you begin to pray, the holy blood of Andrew WK begins to spurt from your nose.
Get that down.
Okay. So you have anime hair, but he's an anime character.
It's spurting from the nose, and I think it's coming forward onto the kid, and it's
Oh,
healing.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like
right.
healing
So,
blood of
so
Andrew.
you've kneeled down, and the floodgates are open, and a squirt of holy blood spills onto this drunk child who is laying on the street, trying with his chubby little hands to find. The kid has a mustache. Trying to find his bag. He turns over. You can see his face, and then blood hits him. Okay, well, would you like to try to cast a spell?
Yeah.
To save this child from
I'm gonna cast
death?
heal.
Okay, you want to cast a healing spell?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna roll. Now you cast spells with your wisdom, the wisdom of Andrew.
Oh,
WK.
shit.
So you need a wisdom. Did you already assign yourself a wisdom?
Yeah, I already assigned
brilliant. Okay, what have you chosen to assign as your wisdom?
I have a 0.
Okay, could be worse. It could be a -1. All right, so roll 2d6. Do not add anything.
I got an 8 of diamonds and a 3.
Okay, okay, good. All right, so
That's an 11.
I think. So when you roll the 8 of diamonds, every time this one gets an 8 of diamonds, you have a vision of whatever he's doing.
Okay. Yeah.
So for those of you who did not see Twitter before this, somehow you got a hold of this weird cowboy die with a bunch of poker numbers on it. I'm just gonna let him roll it because I don't care. Okay, so you rolled the 8 of diamonds. So in the middle of this conversation, you have a vision. What does that look like? Is this like eyes roll back in your head, speaking in tongues, or is it like your cell phone goes off and you like check your vision?
Like you wouldn't be able to tell if my eyes are rolling back. It's just diamonds all over, right?
Are there spherical diamonds? Okay,
Like-
I
like-
thought
like
they
they-
were the pointy kind.
No. They're faceted.
Sure,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, great.
Anyway, yeah. So like clouds over,
Okay.
mystical light from
Have you
within my
seen
eyes.
Haversack have a vision before?
Of course, we've been together for years.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's the protocol for vision time?
I'm just gonna let him go.
Oh,
Don't worry.
okay.
Yes.
Good. All right.
I'll
So
be on
you
the other side of the room.
you
Give me a half
sink
hour.
you sink into the vision, and I think so during the scene, obviously you're able to see all this stuff that's going on, and you can kind of act as a semi-corporeal, like psychic presence in the scene. So you let me know if you want to do anything.
Okay, yeah,
But the austere halls of Wizard University fade away,
Yeah.
and you see a bus, and you see a drunk baby with a mustache, and you see blood flowing from the nose.
So
of
I'm
the bus
getting
driver.
kind of hazy visions, and I'm gonna muttering stuff out loud. So I'm like blood dripping, mustache,
Ugh.
mustache,
Please, Haversack.
bag.
Can we see? Can we see?
Can I see
Haversack?
this happening?
I don't. I mean, maybe you can. You're focused on prayer. I'm gonna tell you the results
Okay.
of your prayer in a second. But you.
Because this is terrifying.
Yeah. Let's have you roll. So
Yeah.
you're gonna roll your wisdom to see if you can perceive the elvish
All right.
diamond eye ghost student that has appeared before you.
So I've got a 9.
Okay. So a 9 is a +0. So just 2d6.
6.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I think that you can indeed see the ghost, but you are terrified by
Yeah.
it. You feel the deep chill of classism crawling down your spine, and you know this ghost is richer than you and an asshole about it. And there's nothing you can do. It's like you're working your job, and some rich douchebag comes in on their cell phone, and you're just trying to serve customers, and it hurts real bad.
Giving themselves tax breaks, doing
Yeah,
all sorts of stuff.
yeah, right? Yeah. So you feel that. So while you're suffering from that, you have prayed. What did you get? An
11.
Okay, all right. So you conjure forth blood, and I think that this creature will recover. This mustache baby will eventually recover, but for now they're kind of fading in and out of consciousness. They are not. Andrew WK imparts to you the knowledge that they will again party, but cannot now party.
Thank God. Thank you.
They are partied out, bro. So you need to give them
Let's
like a
get a party
Gatorade
stopping.
or whatever.
We gotta move. Like, this kid is not very well, and there's a floating.
I mean, I'll
blood
grab his
thing.
legs if you want to. Can you?
Sure, I can do that. Cool. I'll grab the moustache.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's just bring him over. I think like there's a gutter we can kind of just like throw him over. That'll be fine. I'll put.
That's not what I meant. I meant put him on the bus. Let's go get some help. You literally
Oh
ran
yeah,
the child
no,
over.
that's a better party.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, that'll be great. He can party with us. We'll just bring this kid.
Okay, so the kid is muttering like the antler. You must take it to the maze.
Oh,
The
yeah.
bag.
Did you put that in?
I
That's
got
one
a
of your
question
questions,
for
right?
you.
I didn't
dude.
pick it up.
Oh, can I touch the thing now? The big thing in the bag?
The big
The
thing,
big pointy
the
thing
bag.
that was in the bag of gold?
Say no, please.
I mean, now that I know what you're talking about, I feel comfortable saying yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to open the bag and take a look
Yeah.
inside? Yeah. There's like if you took like a bad child's drawing of like a deer antler and then rendered it in real life in gold, that is what you would be looking at.
Damn.
Oh, well, I guess technically this qualifies.
Yeah, drawn by someone who is handsome but untalented.
Yeah, well,
I'm just gonna yank it out of your hands and just turn it over and appraise.
Oh, you want to try to poltergeist that thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but I just want to look at it. I just want to evaluate the cost.
You feel the antler begin to like move away from you as spectral elven fingers begin probing at it.
I mean, I feel like I can maybe this is how I'm trying to convince Haversack to join my religion. I convene with his ghost.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? If you hadn't made turn undead your race, you could do that. But you're a turned undead, so that's...
I mean, I feel like if that's my race, it's also a very good ability. Like, are you like?
Yeah.
I think that just means I do it always.
Right. You are turned. True. The ghost is ready to, or the human's ready to
Hey,
party.
you wanna use this for your party?
No, I want to appraise it.
Well,
Is this hard
I
to
think that's the
understand?
same thing.
yeah, that sounds like partying.
Is it an appraisal party?
Hey.
Cool. So
Yeah,
you've
we
just
get all
invented
Antiques
Antiques
Roadshow's
Roadshow. Antiques Roadshow. It's an appraisal party. Yeah. Okay, all right. I mean, you can appraise it visually with your ghostly diamond eyes if you want to. Yeah, sure. Make another intelligence roll.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
9, and that's +2. So,
Nice. Okay, yes, it is incredibly valuable. You recognize it as a sacred artifact of the humans that went missing like several years ago.
Okay.
I was gonna say like a long time ago, but like we're really
Back
working
in,
with
like,
a
year
narrow
2.
field here. Yeah, like 10 maybe at most. Yeah, 10 years ago.
Definitely going to mutter words to that effect.
Haversack, did I just hear you say gold? I'm ready to pay attention to you. What are you seeing, darling? Tell me more.
Very tacky.
Oh, well, please. Well, if it looks valuable, let's go and get it. That'll be our perfect endowment, don't you think?
Yeah. We can finally balance that deficit from the accrual period last quarter.
Perfect.
Role-playing games are fun and cool. Yeah. Some people fight dragons. We're here to balance the budget. Okay. But with the wrong tool set altogether.
So, well, I made a nice little nest for him. You know, I just like crushed down some of this paper.
He'll be
moved
fine.
it.
He'll be fine. The paper will soak up the blood.
Yeah, because you don't mind crumpling the paper, right? As long as it's still paper.
I don't care as long as I've got it. That's
All
the
right,
main
cool,
thing.
cool,
So
cool.
that's cool.
Yeah, so
What are we
just-
going to do with this thing? And when is this going to go away?
Well, I mean, I kind of just gave it to him. It's kind of like a gift to, you know, like a party favor, if you will.
I mean, I figure we should talk about what we do with this thing.
Okay, can I actually, hey, Ghost, can I have that back for just a second?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm
Cool, great.
incorporeal. Like,
Yeah, you could
I
just
can't,
take
like,
it.
Yeah, I was thinking Ghost.
Ethereal cloud.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start driving. We're just going to get to the hedge maze
Sure.
and figure it out. But I'll let you, did you want to figure out what's
I mean, I'd love to have a look at it. That's
Yeah.
cool. Thank you. Give it to the thief.
Yeah, I see no problem with this.
Okay, I mean, we know that you don't steal anything but paper, right? So.
Yeah, so-
Okay, all right. So you hand the golden antler over, and then they get on the bus and
Yeah.
they drive off. So I guess you return to your
Yeah.
bus, having seen that. And yeah, the antler would certainly solve your problem. What are you gonna do now that you've returned?
Okay, so it's on a bus.
Oh,
It's on the bus.
Yeah.
there's only one.
Singular.
Oh, well, cool.
It's a proper
do
noun.
you know the route?
Oh, of course. The bus driver and I are very close. He's my comedic friend. I can't wait. I think
Is there an Elvish word for like pity friend?
my fool.
Yeah, like this is a member of a substandard cultural organization, and I'm friends with them out of pity. But it's like a beautiful Elvish word. That sounds
My
like
ride
singing.
and schlock.
Elvish is weird German.
Exactly. Yes.
Gonna write that down. Oh, that explains why your name is Haversack. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Elvish is German. Good. More efficient than I expected. Okay.
Haversack, this couldn't have worked out better. I see two wonderful pathways for us. We can either use my ride and schlock and his little friend to get rid of our halfling problem, or we can use their antler and do the same thing.
We could do both.
Oh, you're so smart. I'm putting this in a poem.
Right. Okay.
Perfect. let's go to the next stop in the bus route, which I know completely where it is. I believe, if I remember correctly, it's that little dingy hospital in the town.
Wow. The dingy hospital. Fantastic. Good. Good. I'm so sad that this is a thing. Okay, so is it ever suspect to you how much she knows about this bus situation? Like, do you have to explain that you only know about the bus ironically, or?
He's my riding schlock.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
making fun of him all day. It's
Good.
like the more details I have about the bus driver, the funnier it
Okay.
is.
All right. So you have time between when you leave the bus and when you arrive at the next stop where these two will be. But so you have a talk about this antler. You have it now. What are you gonna do with it?
Well, I just want to talk about how we're going to just hand it over to this
Haversack.
guy.
Yeah. So you know Haversack, right?
Yeah, it's the
You know some secrets
douchebag
about
elf guy that doesn't like anyone.
Yeah.
Don't give it to him.
Well, but what about this? If you give somebody a favor from a party, it means that they went to that party and therefore must love parties.
Did you just quote scripture at me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
In
it's
the name of the Wu-Tang and the Andrew and the Holy Coke.
that's like kind of just like it's
All right.
it's party favor right. Like if we give this to them, it means that they must have appreciated a party at least once in their life, and that means they're on our side at least a little bit. He's gonna like Andrew.
I like that your conversion plan is a gotcha. Like, you touch the Bible, you're a Christian now. I got you, sucker.
Technicality.
I mean, I kind of feel we're partners in this, so what do I get out of this? I'm not a believer.
Paper.
You say? Explain more. How? Come on. Woo me.
There's lots of it. And so right now there's a lot of halflings in the maze.
Yeah.
Which I conveniently know. I've decided
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
Everyone's aware
Listen,
of that.
Wizard University has a bit of a halfling problem. They're
Just
like
all
gophers.
over.
They show up and
We're gonna train them to be little paper thieves for you.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be really cute.
I'm there. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Let's get this thing done.
We'll get them trained and we'll get them partying. Of course.
I like it. I'm in.
Yeah, so we'll do that. The next stop's gonna be the hospital, and then I believe that little old woman, she was going to the hospital because old. She can take. Hey, can you take this bloody kid with you?
she seems to have died.
If there's a cave in, it's not structurally sound. I'm sorry.
Her like wizened arm is sticking out of the window, like trying.
All right. Well,
There's hundreds of them
This
back
is
there.
a public bus. I've had to do this before.
Corpse removal is a part of the
It's
job.
a part of the job. That and a lot of pee. We'll just take them out. I mean, we can get off the bus for a second.
sure.
Nothing will go wrong.
I mean, you hit them, so it's the least you could do is get.
So let's actually take a second to get our story straight.
I'm pretty sure I'm straight with what I saw.
The bus hit them. I didn't hit a
Technically
child.
true.
My bus hit the child.
Technically true.
So I'm not necessarily responsible for what my bus does. Because you
Power-
all.
Well,
So do you know how a bus works?
The legal power of the passive voice is very strong. The child was hit by a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no one knows how a bus works except for us in the Ook family, the bus caretakers. Obviously, you don't understand then that the bus sometimes will have a mind of its own, and that's something that we just have to deal with for this public good that is transportation around the city center and to several tourist locations.
Like the dingy hospital.
Yes. The famous dingy hospital.
So yeah, you roll up on the dingy hospital. It is, as you would expect, beautiful and pristine. It's named after Dr. Dingy, who founded the hospital. So yes, founded in the year 20 by Dr. Emeritus Dingy. It's an elf. It's their human name. And you roll up in front of it, and the old woman's ghost gets off of the bus, flips you the bird, and then disappears to the afterlife.
Can I do a quick prayer to try to get Andrew to animate her corpse to take the child away?
You want an old party grandma to do
Yeah.
your work for you.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
To do my partying for me.
Yeah. Carrying a drunk baby into a hospital is a form of partying?
Yes.
Is literally everything partying?
Not everything.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll keep trying until we find something.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, yeah, you can go ahead and roll. Roll to pray.
I got Cowboy 4.
Okay, all right. Okay, so the cowboy is a special result.
Yeah.
I think probably you accidentally summon you summon a cowboy ghost.
Okay.
You know he's an angel, really.
An angel.
Yeah, it's like the spirit of John Wayne. And he appears before you to look out for you. However, cowboy is not a number, so you fail.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, partner.
So John Wayne's mostly silent ghost appears, I guess ostensibly to take this bird flipping old lady up to heaven.
Yeah.
Is heaven like a concept for?
Well, Pilgrim.
This is good too. I like if you want to be possessed by the ghost of John Wayne. And
Oh,
have
I
to
mean, I
talk
just think
like
somebody needs to represent
that.
Wayne.
Yeah, do it.
Pilgrim, I'm here to take you to Cowboy Land. It's a place in the dirt where really all we do is drink and party and shoot each other. Because that's the only things I know about cowboys.
I love Cowboy Valhalla. I love it. Yes. Come and sit in John Wayne's Chaw Hall, where we shall ride upon horses until the end of time. Okay, good. I'm writing down Cowboy Valhalla. It's also my new cyberpunk band.
Yeah. And then, I'll grab these corpses. I've dealt with them. Her skin's actually a little bit nicer than mine. I might have to take a little bit and replace a few missing patches on our way out.
That's gross. Are you still
You
possessed?
collect paper.
So they've rolled up and they're just having this conversation with the door open, and there's like, you don't see John Wayne's ghost or the cowboy Valkyries that have come to retrieve this old woman and take her up to party heaven riding on John Wayne's 8-legged horse.
Oh gosh, I think that when we approach it, neither of us probably knows how to do buses that well. So I'd like to ask, may we be invited in,
Are you
please?
vampires?
I just have never used public transit.
Oh, don't worry. This is how we fund everything. People
Yeah.
who don't know how the bus works. Yes, it's all of money.
Oh, easy enough.
Okay, good. All right, so you take all of the money and you give it to the bus. Good. Okay.
I think we
Excellent.
come inside quite elegantly, beautifully. And I'd like to greet my two friends, bus driver and beautiful cobbler, who I'm not close to at all.
I like that. It's like
Yes.
the bus driver and this guy.
Princess Wealthy, it is always a delight to have you on board. Here, let me actually just clear a few papers away. We don't need that for you. You
Now,
can
are
have
any
your own row.
Are any of these papers on this bus stolen from the university?
Most of them.
All
Right. Okay. So, with your diamond eyes, I think there's a chance you might notice that. So let's have you make an intelligence roll to see if you perceive the truth of these things.
Roll the 6.
Okay. All right.
That's
So you don't recognize any of these as being papers that belong to the university, but you do see a piece of paper with handwriting on it that is curiously familiar to you. There is maybe some musical notation on there, and it has, you can tell by the little hearts on the eyes that you recognize Princess Wealthy's handwriting.
Oh, interesting. I'm going to go peer at it. Is it a structurally significant piece of paper?
They all are. So you spot this erudite elf moving to take a closer look at your filthy papers, and you also spot like this is a sensitive one, right?
Yeah.
If they get a hold, well, you can't read, so maybe I don't know.
I don't want that.
It's
But
like,
you-
I
it's my
think it's
favorite
nice
one.
paper.
Yeah.
I like
Right.
the markings.
Yeah.
Can I roll to try and like distract him?
You want to? I mean, you could just step in the way, or you could tell me how you're distracting
Right, so
Haversack.
I want to engage, have a second conversation.
Okay. Yeah. What do you say?
We're going to talk about budgets.
Oh, you got him with that one.
I've got a spreadsheet here, Haversack. I think it is. I found it. Cells. I think it's got numbers in. Do you want to look at this one instead?
Are you making an effort to make this seem natural at all?
I'm relying on the fact that, this, from what I know of this elf, that he can't help himself when it comes to that. Can't help himself.
I mean, let's have you roll with your charisma to see.
It's a 12.
Okay. All right. So charisma 12. You got 0. Just roll.
Charismatic. 9.
Okay. Now, how many bonds do you have with the thief, with Cobbler?
I got 1.
You got 1?
got
Okay.
1.
So you roll 2d6. You're going to interfere with his bullshit. Roll 2d6 and add 1.
Right.
And let me know what you get. 4. Okay, good. You do not, it's not helpful. So what'd you get?
9.
You got 9. Okay, all right. So this situation and all of this faffing around is going to put you into a position of danger, which I will get you with later. But for the time being, there is a human, he's in your way. This guy, this Dark Fist, his Cobbler is like, hi, check this out. So you're blocked at the very least from getting at the paper that you're so curious about. So
Success.
Yeah, so you say this thing. It's not going to hold you off forever. But what do you say when you get in the way?
I think I'm just going to snatch the spreadsheet out of hand.
You've got to, we have to converse before you can't just have it. I mean, I'm not going to let go of this.
Yeah, he's
is
definitely
my precious.
he's definitely put himself in between you and the thing that was curious to you.
You got to give me something for this. We're gonna barter for this thing. Or I'm not
If you're
getting out of the way.
interested in discussing a deal, I
Always.
think that Haversack and I will have some tidings that we could tell you of today. And Haversack, be polite. It's his paper. Do you understand? Thank
Ooh, I
you.
love dramatic irony.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, Haversack told me about that little human child you ran over.
The kid's literally like right there.
He's gonna be fine. He loves it here.
He's just laying there
Oh.
with his like chubby face. He's got blood on him and his
feels so
big
bad.
Burt Reynolds mustache.
Gentleman. Oh, is that him?
And he's just like, the antler.
Oh yeah, the antler.
Oh, I feel like I'm using that to steer at this point.
You just got it jammed in there like a club?
Yeah, just
or-
jammed in there. So it's like, like one of those things that'll stick off so you can turn it better. You can get a better turning like how they have on tractors.
Yeah, right, okay.
Tractors, everyone's familiar with it.
So wait, hold on. Do we have tractors and this bus, or?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
One
Tractor.
tractor,
Well,
one bus.
it's not so much a tractor. It's more of tractor attachments that go on a bus. So you've got your combine front. You can do your hose. You can get your seed sowers.
All right.
Everything. Right now,
this
I
is
think
a very
it's
busy bus.
Yeah. When you've got one bus in the universe, it's got to do everything.
It begs the question of what are the limits of a bus, and it's still a bus.
Yeah, what does bus mean?
This is just bus plus.
Right, okay, good. Welcome to Semantics World. Okay, great. So I forget what we were talking about because now I'm thinking about
Oh, I've
what
got
makes
the
a
antler.
bus a
Yes.
bus.
Yeah.
You
Got
got
the
your antler.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were talking about a deal, some kind
Yeah.
of.
I mean, that's why we came here today. Of course, neither of us would ever need the hospital. But I suppose that we have a little problem. Don't you think, Haversack?
Yeah, we've been looking for some assistance.
Cheap mercenary.
Yeah.
I'll put it as bluntly as I can. We have a disgusting infestation, and we don't want to touch it. And we want you to come and remove it and get it out. Before graduation, of course.
Yeah. And if you could submit your quotes.
Put away your character sheets, break out your W-9.
I mean, I don't know. We're pretty busy partying and.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta go. We actually have to go to Wizard University. We're trying to pick up a bunch of halflings.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So I don't know if we can take care of your infestation. We gotta handle these halflings. We gotta drop off some paper.
When
know.
you say halflings, the drunk baby looks up with a sudden brightness in his eyes, and he's like, "The antler, my people."
Can you quiet
Yeah.
that?
Oh.
I think I turn around and snort a little bit more blood on him. Just shoots him. Give him an extra little bit of juice.
Okay, good, nice.
It's
Yeah, so
so interesting that that's your plan. I'm shocked that you'll be able to get onto the campus.
Well, I mean, it's a stop, like, right, it's a stop. We obviously are going to go there. The bus stops at bus stops, unless nobody's requested to stop there.
Oh, so that's how it works.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I think we have a way we can get you right where you're trying to go.
The bus?
No, the hedge maze. I mean, I know that you two have never been on campus, of course, but again, our job is to have some halflings removed. It sounds like you're on your way anyway. I think collaboration could be quite lucrative for you two.
Yeah,
What do you think?
we will take those halflings.
Should we do it?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I'm into it.
Okay.
And you
But
So what's the deal that's being made here? You will get rid of the halflings in exchange for.
shit, that's what we wanted.
We need some stuff.
Let's get more.
I just wanted to make sure that
All right, what can we ask for? What do they have? Elf stuff? I know that. I'm going to take the paper.
Okay, you got it.
Don't worry about that.
We also want the hedge maze.
Excuse me,
We've talked about this
maze.
before.
That's where we're putting
I've
the
told you,
paper.
don't talk for both of us until we've talked.
gentlemen.
Can you
What are we going to do with a hedge maze?
put paper? I needed your paper out of my bus.
You can't move a hedge maze. It's literally a hedge maze.
So we could.
Think again.
I mean, I have like a tiller on the back of this bus.
Okay.
I'll allow it. You're
All
just
right.
planted somewhere else.
All right, screw it. Let's get. We want the maze. We want the
Yeah,
maze.
no. If you
We
don't
want
want
the maze, let's take it. We'll take it. We can
I mean, wait, you-
graft it to the bus somehow. I don't know.
You can. What? Do you know what paper's made of?
Do you have any idea what you're asking? That
For a hedge maze.
hedge maze is 24 years old! 24!
That doesn't sound that old.
Haberdash, I don't even know if we can allow this. What do you think? Have a second.
All right. How about this?
You're at hat
Instead of a hedge maze,
Yeah.
I want Haberdash to be
Done.
the leader. Yeah, all right. I want Haberdash to be the queen of the party.
Should we just change your name, or should we make them say it right? Because that's fine.
Haversack agrees.
Oh, Haversack.
Excuse me.
Sorry, it's not that much to ask. This is graduation. We've been working for this for 6 years.
I wasn't even planning to attend the party.
Well, I suppose you must consent to the deal. So if you want something else, offer it to them.
Fine.
20 minutes dramatic pause. All right. Fine. All right, so in exchange for getting rid of the halflings, you will be given the hedge maze?
No.
And
Queen of
Haversack parties?
Right. Oh, that's right, in the hedge maze.
You will
Or where-
begrudgingly party
Okay.
for 20
so
minutes.
you're going to need to be able to be present to witness this party. Where will the partying take place?
Perhaps the semi-formal?
It's a prom.
I think we can get the full form.
Can we go for the super formal?
Super formal.
If you're giving me the antler as well.
If you take the kid.
Done.
All right, good. Complicated network of business deals here. So, custody of the child who was struck by the bus will be transferred from the bus driver and his stealing friend to the university by way of the bard and the wizard, by way of Princess Wealthy and Haversack. As part of the deal, you will get the golden antler. Which is good because the kid and the antler don't want to be separated, and that's fine. And in exchange, you will deal with the halfling problem. Am I missing anything?
That sounds good.
Subclauses?
And
Yeah, and I have to attend the semi-formal.
That's right, and
No,
you have to
sorry, I have to
lead.
attend the
Lead.
extremely
the
formal.
super formal.
You have to lead the super formal.
Ah, okay.
as
Yes.
the queen of
The
party.
queen of the party.
Yes.
Right.
Which involves dancing.
I can
Twice.
dance. All elves can dance.
Right. Just not at a party. Right. Ritual dancing only. Yeah. Okay. Great. So I suppose we probably we just like crossfade to the scene of the situation. So we see the hedge maze, which has grown several feet from the ground. But hey, they're halflings. What do they know? So it is as promised. Just infested with halflings. They seem to have dug a hole somewhere in the maze and emerged from under the grounds and have spread out and begun making a home of this hedge maze. So we see them making merry, dancing, drinking in their little hedge maze village. And you drive the bus up to it? Or?
Well, to the bus stop, which I think is probably maybe like just a slightly inconvenient amount away from where it is, maybe like 2 blocks or
Okay,
something.
so maybe we see, we start with that, and then we pan over to the bus pulling up to the stop, which no one ever uses because elves don't take the bus. But
Of course they
it's
don't.
there because it's part of the infrastructure. So you pull up, and you get out. Now, it's going to require some sort of a special dispensation or fast talk to get these two into the university grounds.
I think I can handle that.
Okay, because even though he's your Rumspringer or whatever you said, it's
Breidenschlock.
yeah, that's also a word.
Absolutely.
That was it.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So you were approaching. What are as the resident wizard? What are the magical defenses that are in place to protect the ground from this kind of intrusion?
So as you approach, there's a glowing field,
Okay.
which is actually just for show.
Sure. Okay. It's important that I know that, but they don't. Okay. Terrifying disintegrator field.
Yeah, exactly. And then a few feet beyond that, there is just an impassable, invisible wall that you just can't. You just like do a, comedy.
Got
walking
it,
into
yeah.
plate glass.
Sure. Okay. Now, this wall is only solid to non-elves? Like, you can just...
Yeah, we can
come
just
and
walk
go?
through,
Okay.
yeah.
Right. So you two see the fabled disintegration wall.
Yeah.
And then beyond, the beautiful grounds of Wizard University. Everyone inside is clean and rich and happy. They're singing and dancing and playing water polo. Funding startups.
Those guys.
Funding a startup is not a party.
Yeah.
One of the few things.
Buying apartments in Oakland.
So, bus driver, I know a thing or two about traps, so let's see if we can figure out a way to get around this thing.
So, can we just walk them through it? I mean, we could throw the
Do
kid
you want
in
to try?
first.
You don't like this kid, do you?
I mean, it's just like
The kid's like, you hit me with a bus.
the bus hit you itself.
I'd rather
You're
not.
a dick. You broke both my legs.
I think I knew you guys were coming, so I'm just going to
Also, I'm a
gently
halfling
approach.
and not a child. Come on. Can't believe you haven't figured that out yet. Stop calling me a child.
This child.
Intelligence minus.
Yeah, no, it's good. What's wrong with that?
All right, so let's examine this situation. All right, so I'm going to gingerly walk up to the field
Okay.
and just kind of gently prod a finger at it. Just
Okay.
a single finger, just to see what happens.
Okay. Cool. So it's an illusion, so nothing happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mildly disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if you
All right.
want me to say your arm disintegrates, we could do that. I could be like, this
I'm
is
just
the
waiting for
one
this-
time it goes horribly wrong.
All right, so let's walk through
Well,
it.
just like kind of rolling the kid, prodding him with the antler, like, because apparently he likes it, so we'll just like roll him over with this antler.
No,
like fetch. We
you've
throw
taken
it,
his
they go.
property and now you're poking him with it.
Yeah.
After
He keeps
hitting-
saying the
Okay,
antler, I figure it might help him.
He cannot stand. Someone will need to like Yoda backpack him.
Okay, I will do that.
You gonna
He's
do that?
surprisingly heavy.
Oh, this child is really heavy.
Like an anvil.
Okay, how old do you reckon this child is?
I don't
This
know,
young
maybe
child.
Maybe like 23?
Redefining the word child. Yeah, that's good. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can like if you want to hug him on your back, that's cool, and you
Yeah.
can carry him in
Okay.
there.
I'll
Okay.
just, you don't look that strong, but maybe you've got like some secret muscles.
No, I'm uncomfortably flexible, though.
Okay. So how about this? I'll just
Brief
try to.
period in Cirque du Soleil, or
Yeah, I'll just, we'll throw him on the back. We'll just see. I'll just kind of go hunch over, let
Sure.
him kind of roll
okay.
over on me.
Yeah, we can do that, yeah.
He climbs up onto your back by grabbing your hair, and climbing up on there.
Oh yeah, I'll actually let him grab the antler, kind of like a bit, like in my mouth, like for a horse.
So he
riding
he climbs up on your back. He's got one hand on either side of the antler, which is like near your neck, and he begins to garrote you with it, screaming, "How dare you hit me with your bus! I hate
Help me!
you!" Yeah, what are you gonna do? He's trying to strangle you. This angry baby. He's
Yeah.
got you. You can feel his mustache brushing your neck.
I'm gonna do the only thing I know how to do.
which is what?
Get a party going.
Okay, all right, what does that look like? How do you turn
Yeah.
being strangled into a never mind.
So
That's a different...
really, a party is really about getting everybody else involved in your problems.
Again with the
Man,
scripture.
I'm really good at partying.
I think that's therapy. I don't think that's a party.
Therapy is a party, 100%.
All right. So what do you do? So you've got this two legs broken,
I'm
chubby mustache baby breathing
Thrashing
whiskey
around
breath
trying to
onto
have
you.
this little baby hit other people.
Okay.
Trying to just like hit this baby boy into everything we can.
Oh, you're going to open this pit up. I see.
Yeah.
It's a mosh pit.
Okay.
I get it.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Roll plus dexterity and see if you can begin a mosh pit and throw this baby somewhere.
I got a 13.
Okay. What was the number you rolled?
It's a 7 of hearts and a
Okay.
6.
All right. So you wave around and you hurl the baby to the floor, and he looks up at you. He's covered in blood, and you're covered in blood, and his mustache is all bedraggled, and his legs are broken. And he looks up at you, and the two of you fall deeply in love.
Oh man, I felt that.
Yeah. He realizes even with two broken legs, there's more important things like partying. And he just looks up at you, and quietly he's like,
Bro.
And so this continues for some time. Sure. Meanwhile, while in the background, this is happening. What are the two of you doing? They've been kind of standing around the field.
I think it's hilarious.
Okay, all right.
I think we've both been waiting for them to just smack into the invisible wall because the one you can see is not quite as funny as the one you can't see. But ultimately, we are their chaperones to lead them to the hedge maze. Otherwise, security would come quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'm looking on concern that the antler is not getting broken and all this. Yeah, that's my main concern.
Yeah. I think it's in the hands of the baby man who's lying on the ground, looking up at you, and he can't stand because his legs are broken. But
It's such a beautiful break.
yeah.
It's like a clean
True.
break.
Yeah, his chubby legs sticking out at funny angles. He can't even feel it. He's so overwhelmed with his feelings of partying and love. So what are you doing?
I'm questioning what's going on between this bus driver and the baby that
Yeah, me
we've got
too.
here. I mean, this
I
doesn't
also
seem
am.
PG rated anymore.
Hey, there's more to life than paper. There's more to life than partying. Love. Some people may think that love's a party, but love isn't a party. Love is hard work. And it's the only thing worth doing that isn't partying. And that's what I'm gonna do for you, bro.
Yeah, he looks up at you and just like nods, like gives you the like.
I think I just kind of fall to the ground and just
It's
hug.
like holding him.
Just-
Okay, the two of them are weeping at the beauty of the moment.
Yeah, I think we're just tutting at them like, come on, hurry up. Seriously, we've
Bus
got
driver.
a hedge maze to clear here.
Bus driver, I'm so glad you brought my prize. Thank you so much. Doesn't he look so little and fun?
That was way more evil than I expected. Like at first it was okay, and now I want to sit over there.
Haversack, could you lift the wall so we can bring them, all three of them, through?
Fine.
Okay, yeah, sure. You can do that, I think. Sure, why not? Okay, yeah. So you open a doorway in the invisible wall that no one knew was there in the first place. You help them pass through the visible but ineffective illusory wall. It's a weird security system. And then you enter the grounds. Now, are you comfortable just taking these three in through to the hedge maze, or are you worried that people are going to see this and think ill of you?
I'm a little worried.
Okay.
I'm worried people might judge me for being friends with two people who, after all this time, I've come to like.
Yeah, that's a shame. I'm judging you.
I mean, like the university is full of humans, so it's more just we're fraternizing with staff.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So as you enter, and I assume you're holding.
Oh
your-
yeah,
your
just
best
nuzzled
friend.
and nuzzled.
Okay. Yeah.
Just full nuzz.
He's curled up. I think he falls asleep probably.
Oh yeah.
Bus driver, I know that you wanted me to take him off your hands. I can do it now if you'd like.
She's probably gonna make.
No,
him
that's
like
okay.
A
I'll,
hamburger or something, so.
I can hang on to him a little longer. You know, I don't want to inconvenience you before your party.
Oh, that's very nice of you. And you know what? As a favor to you, I'll let you select which task he maintains on the grounds.
Well,
Yeah, I think you look over and you see a group of like lawn maintenance humans, and they've spelled out "help us" on the ground. And they just look at you like terrified with their like golden shackles, like.
I make a note to cut their rations.
Right. Yeah.
I give them a nod of like, I'm gonna help you without having any intention of coming back.
Right. Sure. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Maybe he could keep the bus stop clean, or hang out at near the bus, or in the bus forever with me instead of going with you.
Darling,
It's a great job.
are you
We have
telling me
healthcare.
that our deal is no longer valid? Because
Oh.
if so, you don't have permission to be here.
Wait a minute. Like, I'm kind of walking behind, just looking at this, thinking, this is not a thing that I signed up for. I came here to help, we get some halflings, get a maze. I mean, this has got strange very quickly. Maybe you and I, we talk.
Oh,
All right?
absolutely.
Let's not get anyone here to get things nasty.
Cobbler,
Right?
could you come help me with my shoe over here for a moment?
Sure.
Beautiful. And I'll lean down and whisper, this is
So hang on. Where do you go to have this conversation? This like private whispered conversation with this
I
human?
can right by the lawn halflings, or the lawn humans.
Okay.
Like, I don't even think
So you
about
just
that.
trample across the help us message.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Cobbler,
Yeah.
if your friend is not interested in the deal, but you still are, just let me know and we can make that arrangement.
Sure. I think we need to do this. All right, so let's just let this happen. Whatever
Got
this
it.
is happening.
Sure.
Let's get this done.
Excellent. I look back at Haversack and I do a big, long wink.
With your eyes that are made out of fire.
It's
can see this.
The one goes out. It's actually very dangerous for me to do it.
Your other eye kind of flares up a little. So either you just got winked at, or like a bug flew into her eye and died. Either one of those things happened. There's some communication between the two of you. Okay, so meanwhile, you and your friend, he says to you quietly while the others are busy. He says, "We must bring the antler to the hedge maze, to my people. It is a sacred artifact, stolen some 10 years ago from some human douchebags.
Okay.
It is all that matters now. That, and I love you."
I love you too, little buddy. You little bro. All right. So, yeah, let's just go.
I'm going to
Get that
interrupt
antler,
and
just bring it.
ask if we can just take the antler. The office for receiving artifacts is just over here, so...
Yes, it's over here in the hedge maze, right?
No, it's entirely in the other
No,
quadrant.
pretty sure it is.
in
I'll
the
just take it
hedge
to the
maze.
hedge maze first, just
Can
so
I
we
just grab the antler?
Yeah, I mean, where is it right now? Who's got it? What's happening?
I think that my little man has
The
it.
little DJ.
Okay, you want to take an antler from a baby?
I want to take an antler from a
All right, let's do it. You can roll strength.
Okay.
So you come over there,
Yeah.
and you grab the antler. How strong are you?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, oh, my pen doesn't work. So 12.
12? Okay, so 2d6.
Hey.
What'd you get?
That's 8.
Okay, 8. All right. You grab the antler and you yank it away from him, but he punches you in the face first. With his tiny baby strength. He's like, "Hey, that's my antler!" Bam! And he like wails you in the nose. You're gonna take some damage.
Okay.
Which I guess means you need hit points. It's not like he's gonna kill you, but he might. I don't know. You're fragile. So you have a base HP based on your class. There's a little heart. It'll say
Oh, yeah.
right there. So what's that number? What's the base number under the heart?
D4.
So you've got 4. You don't have to roll for it. You have 4 hit points plus whatever your constitution is. Do you have a constitution yet?
No, not
All
yet.
right, pick one.
Yeah, sure. Let's say 8.
Okay, all right. So you have 12 hit points. All right. He's a pretty strong baby.
Oh God.
This could go badly for you. So yeah, he's a muscly baby under all that flubber. All right. So you grab the antler. The baby wails you in the face, and you take 10 damage.
That is a baby.
So 10 damage. There's a crack of thunder as the tiny baby in slow motion, bam, slams you in the face with his chubby fist. Your head snaps back. You have the antler. You tumble backwards, and we see you sprawled on the ground, your hair in your face. And as you turn back to the camera, we see 2 beautiful rivers of red flowing from your nose down onto your shirt. And there's we hear the the moment of the light comes down, and you see this holy vision of partying.
I'm feeling incredibly holy and incredibly horny at the same time. This is everything that this bus driver's ever needed.
Okay, yeah. And I think that for a moment, there's an opportunity here to fill Haversack. That's funny because you're a Haversack. Fill Haversack with the Holy Spirit of partying.
That's all I want to do. Okay. I'm going to open up the blood gates of my nose.
Right, okay. It's like The Shining. Just the furniture starts going everywhere. Okay, great. Let's have you roll. Let's have you roll plus your Constitution. Let's see if your body can withstand the divine fervor of. Also, you're rolling cowboy dice.
Yeah. So I got 8 of diamonds.
Okay.
Plus a
perfect.
6, plus 1 Constitution.
Okay, great. So using your cheater cowboy die.
Whoa, you let this happen.
I did. That's true. It's state-sanctioned cheating. Okay, so I think that because it's the 8 of diamonds, it's particularly effective. You are filled with the Holy Spirit of Andrew WK. You feel, finally, you understand what it means to party after this drunk baby hammer-fisted you in the face. And you look up, and you see the baby in the arms of the bus driver, like Madonna and Child, but with blood and partying, and they both smell like Budweiser. And the light is behind them. What do you do? How does this Holy Spirit filling you? How do you respond?
I'm gonna shakily pry myself up. I'm holding myself up with one arm.
The fist rises. Yes, excellent. Your fingers extend. Lightning leaps from the heavens to touch upon the holy sigil, and guitars blaze from above.
From Cowboy Valhalla?
Yeah, from Cowboy Valhalla, as its gates open wide, and all of the party Valkyries flow down into the world. And suddenly
I finally understand. I've finally seen cowboys.
Exactly, yeah. And John Wayne on his 8-legged horse looks down at you, and he tips his Stetson, gives you a look, and you finally realize. And I think in a terrible wave, the party washes over the rest of the campus, and your year 24 graduation party begins in earnest in advance, overtaken by the great power of partying. And I think while this is happening, everybody can kind of I wanted to give you an opportunity while this is going on. Sure. Do you attempt to resist the urge to party so that you might purloin some additional papers?
Yeah, it's hard, but I'm trying.
You want to try?
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Let's have you roll with your wisdom. You use your internal strengths of will.
I got a 9, so I'm not that wise.
All
I'm
right,
afraid.
that's fine. What'd you get?
I got a 5. I got an 8.
You got an 8. All right. There is a great and terrible cost. What does it cost you to resist the party? What do you lose? Can you never dance again?
Guilty feet of
Guilty feet and got me rhythm. Not the way I dance with you.
I mean, Wham is certainly a member of the party pantheon. So that's true. You could sacrifice your ability to dance to Wham or anything for that matter.
So, I think I lose my paper.
Yeah, all of it just is gone. Okay.
All of it.
Excellent. Okay, so you slip away, you slink away to try to find, but paper is. So how is it metaphorically lost to you, like you can never see or touch it again, or is it like literally just
It's
all the
literally
paper
just all gone.
bursts into flames?
It's all gone.
Cool. So while this party is happening, and actually this is like fairly indicative of a good party, outside the university there's a bus on fire. A bus, fire erupting out of it. Maybe someone stumbles from the bus on fire and runs off screen. An old woman's body shrivels up and burns in the flames. And up in Cowboy Valhalla, she looks down, totally stoked. Okay, good. All right, so you slink away looking for an opportunity to steal, but you've lost paper forever. Okay, great. The party has begun in earnest. What are you doing during this last final scene that we have left to us?
I'm particularly struck by the party, because if you resist the party, then you also resist the attention of being a part of the party. And I think Princess Wealthy is struck in that moment by how Cowboy Valhalla is the perfect combination of a church opera piano and a harmonica.
So good.
You won. You did it. You just won Dungeon World.
And all of a sudden, I'm not prejudiced anymore.
Isn't that good?
Just let it go.
Isn't that good?
John Wayne and partying have cured you of your classism. Excellent. We finally learned the true nature of the specter that is haunting Europe. Good. Fantastic. Well, I think that's about all I can take of this. So we'll close there on this final beautiful Renaissance painting moment of Cowboy Valhalla and Wizard University and the tale of the drunk baby that fell in love with the bus driver and all of this other horse shit that happened. Thank you for coming, everybody. This has been Once More Into the Dungeon World. We are done.